Hey YouTube, Natalie here. So today is the 30th of June 2023 and I've got something really exciting for you today, so please stay tuned. So as you can see by the look on my face, I am so happy at the moment with everything that's going on. I really feel like a big weight has been lifted and I feel very relieved and excited and optimistic, which is just something it's just not a feeling that I've had for a while. There's a few different reasons why, but a big part is coming back to this channel. I was dreading it, to be perfectly honest. I was nervous, I was apprehensive, and it meant making that commitment again to myself and to you, and I just haven't been in that headspace where I've felt like, no, I can actually do that. But coming back and having the people respond the way that they have and the comments that I've had is completely blown me away, and it has really made me realise how brilliant this community is and how exciting the future is as well because of what we can do together. So I'm not going to make this video really long, but I just want to give you an update on how the last week has gone since I last posted, and to present something to you which I'm hoping you might all want to get involved with. So what I really discussed, didn't I, in the last video, about this whole like this sugar thing that I really felt had a massive hold on me because I was eating processed sugars and kind of sweet treats so much in the last year. It was kind of like my emotional crutch. So lots of people can relate to that. Lots of people are just like, why? Just stop. And it's like, trust me, if I felt I could have just stopped, then obviously I would have, because it wasn't making me feel good at all. Anyway, I feel like I've turned that corner, and I feel like so many people on this channel want to turn that corner as well, or feel that even just by watching those couple of videos I've made this month, that they have had some kind of motivation reignited in them as well. And it's just made me so thrilled that a YouTube channel can do that, because that's massive. It's huge. Our health is everything. Without our health we have nothing. So to come back, to be welcomed like that, and to have so many people say this is exactly where I'm at as well, has just blown my mind, because I just didn't know that would be the case, did I? I just didn't know. And so it's been brilliant, and it's really motivated me, and I really want that motivation to be contagious and inspire you as well, because let's do this together. I want this channel to be like that now, rather than me saying, just saying here's some recipes and so on, and this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm eating. And I felt sort of a bit disconnected from the community, I would say. Now I don't. I feel like the channel is already slightly different, and maybe a little bit of vulnerability from me, and just honesty, and just like, hey, like, this is what happened in my life, and this is what the result was, and it was not good in terms of my health. So I have something exciting that I want to share with you today, and that I really hope you will join in with me, and it's a little challenge that I really want to get other people on board with. But before we go into that, I just want to say, in my last video I discussed my kind of sugar addiction. I hate that word really, because it sounds quite dramatic, but my leaning on sugar, processed sugars in things like cereal bars and biscuits and sweet treats and desserts, things like that, had completely got out of hand, and often these sugary things come pre-packaged with other fats and oils and so on, and it was just a disaster in terms of my health and my weight gain. I discussed having a complete sugar fast. It's not something I've even ever thought of in terms of reducing or taking out fruit as well for a short period of time. It was something that a whole food plant-based nutritionalist, said is a really good kickstarter if you want to do something quite dramatic to stop those sugar cravings and those fixings. However, during this last week, and I know a week is nothing, it's just a blip in time, I have had no, that's not true. I've had one sugary processed thing to eat. And that is dramatically less than what I was having before, because I was having it every day, if not sometimes multiple times a day. I would have like a snack at like 3-4 o'clock that would not be healthy. It would be a sugary processed thing. And then I would often have dessert as well, and not healthy desserts that I'd made at home. So only one in this last week. And I just realised yesterday I've actually only had that one thing. And that day I had that one thing was because I hadn't prepped and planned enough, and I was out and I was hungry, and I knew that as soon as I got back in the house there was nothing made ready to grab either, apart from fruit, and I didn't choose fruit, and I bought a cereal bar basically. So it made me realise, well, that's been a whole week and fruit has been enough. I have been so motivated to eat well that I don't feel like I do need to do this reduce or cut out fruit sugars. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I think I would find it difficult, and that's not the reason that I'm not going to do it, but I don't think I need to do it. And your comments have been completely mixed on that. Some people are like, just don't do it. You're going to make your life so much harder than it needs to be. Having fruit is such a quick, accessible snack, which is true. And it is such a nice comforty thing to have as well. Having a bit of sweetness in your food sometimes. And if you're making a big change in your diet, maybe that would be quite extreme, but I guess that was the point. And then lots of other people were like, oh, that sounds like quite a good idea. Well, I think I need to do that. So it's still completely out there on the cards as to whether I might do it one day if I find that I am struggling with feeling like I want sugar so much. But like I said, this last week I haven't. So that's exciting, and that's new and makes you realise that it is so much to do with like what's going on up here, because it's such a vicious circle with food, because when you start eating badly it can often lower your mood, and that might be because of the actual food and what the contents of the food are doing to you physiologically and chemically, but it also can be like just that mental guilt and just feeling like, oh, why am I eating this when I know I should be eating that? And then you beat yourself up a bit and you go in a vicious circle. So lots of different reasons as to why I feel that this week's been quite enjoyable, and just my mood has just lifted. As soon as I eat right, my mood lifts. My inflammation feeling in my body, which I'd got quite used to again, which I think a lot of people do get used to quite quickly. When you eat processed food and when you eat foods that perhaps don't agree with your body, you get inflammation, and that can be reduced quite quickly just by stopping eating those foods. So that's definitely been what's happened this week. I feel less inflamed, and I feel less inflamed again. Is that a right word? Bloated. I feel less bloated. That's the word. I feel less bloated, and which makes you feel a bit slimmer and a bit flatter. In the morning, waking up, my stomach has just felt flat. It isn't flat by any sense of the word, but compared to what it was feeling like, my stomach, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wow, my stomach feels smaller, which is a new concept during this last year. So this week's been good. I've been eating 100 times better than I have during this last year, and I've been eating really, really simple. So I've just been eating whole food, plant-based foods, starch solution style. I've been having fruit within my breakfast meal, and occasionally fruit in the afternoon as a snack, but I'm trying to keep my snacks even whole food savoury things as well, like some potato and broccoli or something like that, which is not what I want when I want a snack. It is not what I want, but that's where the kind of discipline, I suppose, and the motivation and the feeling good has been overriding those feelings of what a snack should be. So yeah, feeling really good. Now let's get on to the challenge. Now, I am not a proponent or a fan of short-term fixes, short-term challenges and things like that generally. However, with what I propose that we all do together, I think this is going to be really helpful for a lot of you, because so many people in the comments have said, oh, you know, I'm doing this with you. Oh, you've motivated me to get back on track. Yes, I need to do this as well. I'm so glad I found your video because I'm ready. I want to do it. So I just thought it would be really nice if we did like a 30-day challenge. And the reason that I've chose 30 days is because I've also found this free 30-day workout challenge, which is only 15 minutes a day. And I really want to get back into moving my body. It's so important for every kind of reason under the sun. We all know exercise is important. But as you get older, I'm 46, and, you know, as you get older, if you're not doing any kind of weight bearing exercise, your bones will suffer. It's a scientific fact that as women, we need to make sure our bone density is kept at a certain level, because we want to avoid things like osteoporosis and just losing our bone density as we get older. It makes us frail and it makes us vulnerable. It's really, really, really important. And I've known that for a long time, but have I done much about it? Not really. But this week I've ordered some weights, because the weights I had, I just don't like them. And I figured, well, every time I use them, if I don't like them, it's not going to inspire me to use them. So I've actually ordered some weights that I actually like and that I've wanted for ages. So I've done that, and I was scrolling on Facebook, and of course, you know, it knows what I want because it's listening to me, and it suggested this 30-day challenge, which is free. So I'm going to put the link down below. You might have heard of this woman before. I never had, but it's a genuine free 15 minute a day, 30-day challenge. So I think it's going to be quite intense, but it says it's for all levels and all beginners, from beginners upwards. So that's cool. I know not every single person on my channel will be able to do this kind of exercise, but I expect many, 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 many of you are able to. So I'm hoping it is inclusive in that way. I haven't even started it, so I don't know. I'm suggesting this and I haven't done it. So this is going to be a challenge that we do together. Once you put your email address in, and by the way, I'm not affiliated to this and I'm not linked to this, it's a freebie. But once you put your email address in, it sends you day one the next day. So today's Friday, gives you a couple of days to get your email address in, and let's start this on Monday. So we're going to start the 30-day challenge on Monday. So obviously it's going to be about what we're eating. We're going to be eating whole food, plant-based foods, and I'm going to put a link in the description down below for anybody who is not really completely sure about what that might look like. I'm going to put some resources in a link down below regarding the food. I'm not doing a meal plan. We don't need a meal plan for this kind of way of eating. You just don't need a meal plan. You just need to eat the right kinds of foods, not eat to the point where you are disgustingly over full and bloated. You know, you just eat what you need when you feel you need it. You must do some prep and organisation so that you've got things ready, because some of these foods like starches do take a minute to cook, so it's good to have a little bit of preparation done. But you don't need a meal plan to eat basic whole food plant-based. And then we're going to do the 30-day challenge, and apparently rest days are built into this challenge. So we don't have to worry about doing 30 days of consecutive exercise if that was a concern. Rest days are built into it, and then we're going to keep ourselves motivated by using this channel. So I will make videos on how I feel and the progress. I'd love to do 2 a week. I'll see how that goes. I can't commit to that for sure. I've got lots going on, but definitely once a week. And I just want to get you involved in the comments. So if you are up for this challenge, please put a comment down below saying, yes, I'm going to do this with you. And even if you don't want to do the exercise, but you want to just do the food, that's cool. Of course, do that as well. Lots of you will know what whole food plant-based eating is. Maybe some of you are confused or just need a bit of support. So like I said, link down below. That's it. Hopefully this video has not been too long, but I just want to give you this opportunity to come along and let's do a challenge for July together. I'm excited. I think this is going to be great. 15 minutes a day. I just think anyone could do 15 minutes a day. I say that now. Let's see how hard she pushes us. But it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. So you catch me in the next video. That will be soonish. Subscribe to the channel so that you keep updated with what's going on. If you do the bell, then you'll actually get a notification as to when I post. But yeah, drop me a comment and tell me, are you going to come along on this little 30-day challenge with me? And then afterwards we'll be doing something else together. So keep posted, keep subscribed, and let's do it. See you in the next video. Bye.